Okay. Live conference.
Amigas, amigos,
Friends and male and female.
paisanas, paisanos,
My countrymen,
señoras, señores,
men and women.
me da mucho gusto
I am very happy
estar aquí
to be here
en Dos Bocas, en Paraiso, Tabasco,
in Dos Bocas,
en el
Paraiso
inicio de los
Tabasco,
trabajos
in the initiation
de
of the
esta
jobs
refinería.
of this refinery.
Es oportuno contestar
It is opportune to
sobre
answer
algunas
the questions,
interrogantes, dudas
some doubts
sobre la importancia
over the
de
importance
esta obra.
of this work.
Primero, como lo expresó
So
el ciudadano gobernador,
just as
debemos de
the governor
pensar
was expressed, we should
en
think
la autosuficiencia
in autosufficiency
energética.
when it comes to energy.
Aspiramos a vivir nosotros, nuestros hijos, nuestros nietos,
We aspire to live, all of us, our
país libre,
kids and our grandchildren
independiente,
and our grandchildren, are
soberano.
in a sovereign, free
No queremos
nation.
ser colonia de ningún país extranjero.
We don't want to be a colony of any foreign country.
Y eso se logra
And that can be obtained by
cuando se tiene autonomía,
when you have
cuando
autonomy,
se tiene
when you
autosuficiencia
have autosufficiency,
energética,
energy,
que
when it
en
comes
la
in,
actualidad
when in actuality
se ha perdido
which has been lost
porque dependemos
because we depend
mucho, demasiado
too much, so
de
much,
la compra de los combustibles en el extranjero.
to purchasing
Estamos
fuel and
consumiendo
combustibles or energy, combustible energy, and we are using foreign
alrededor de 800,000 barriles diarios
about 800,000
gasolinas
barrels daily of
y
gasoline,
producimos 200,000.
and we only produce 200,000.
Compramos alrededor de 600,000
We
barriles
buy
diarios
about
de gasolina.
600,000 barrels of gas
Como
daily.
llevamos buenas relaciones
But we have good
con
relations
otras
with other
naciones,
nations,
gobiernos,
governments,
pues no hay ninguna amenaza
so there is no threat
de bloqueo
of a blockage or blockade.
y nos venden las gasolinas.
And they sell the gas to us.
Hace poco
A short
enfrentamos
while ago, we
el problema
encountered the
del
problem
robo de combustible
of the robbery of the gas,
llamado huachicoleo,
which was called
que
guachicoleo,
dañaba mucho
which damaged
y
very much.
hubo sabotaje,
And there was sabotage.
nos rompían los ductos
They would destroy our ducts
para dejarnos
to,
sin abasto de
so they would
gasolinas
make us be without enough
y hacernos
gas
retroceder,
to make us
que
go backwards,
aceptáramos
so
la
that
ilegalidad
we would accept the
en el
illegal
robo de los combustibles.
thievery of gas.
Resistimos,
We
nos
resisted,
ayudó la gente
and the people helped us,
porque en 10, 15 días
because in 10 to
no
15
hubo
days
abasto suficiente de
there was not
gasolinas,
sufficient
pero la
gas,
gente
but the people
aguantó,
tolerated it.
hizo colas,
They made lines.
tardaba en cargar
It took a long
hasta un
time,
día
sometimes a whole day,
y salimos adelante.
and we were able to go forward with
Se
it.
pudo
We were
avanzar.
able to advance.
No está de más decir
It's not
que
to
se
say
robaban 80,000
they
barriles
still
diarios,
steal
de gasolinas,
80,000 barrels of gas
el
a day,
equivalente a 65,000 millones de pesos
the
el año
equivalent of
pasado
65
y
million
logramos reducir ese
and
robo
we were able to reduce that
en un
by
95%.
95%.
Si seguimos así,
And if we continue like that,
vamos a ahorrarnos
we will
cuando
save
menos este año
at least this year
50,000 millones de pesos. Lo que vamos a
$50,000
invertir,
million,
por poner un ejemplo,
which we will
este año
invest
en la construcción
in the
de esta
construction,
refinería.
like this year, this refinery we're constructing.
Pero, ¿a qué quería llegar?
So what was it planning to go
A
to?
que durante estas semanas de crisis, de
That during
desabasto,
these crisis
siempre
weeks of not having enough gas,
estuvieron llegando los barcos,
they
los buquetanques
that they still had boats that were coming
de gasolina de Estados Unidos.
of gasoline from the United States,
Porque compramos
because we
el
bought
95% de la gasolina
95% of the
a
gasoline
Estados Unidos.
from the United States.
Tenemos, repito, buenas relaciones.
I repeat, we have good relations with the United States and all other governments of the world,
No queremos
but we
exponernos.
don't want to expose ourselves.
Hay que actuar cuando se trata
Let's
de la soberanía nacional
act when it comes to our national sovereignty
de manera precavida.
in a cautious way.
Por eso es importante ser autosuficiente.
That's why it's important to be self-sufficient.
No fue lógico,
It was not logical.
no se justifica
It wasn't
el
justified
que en 40 años
that in 40
no se
years
haya construido una nueva
we
refinería
hadn't constructed a new
en nuestro
refinery
país
in our
y
country,
que se optara durante tanto tiempo
and that we opted for
por
so
vender
long
petróleo crudo
to sell
y comprar
crude
gasolinas.
oil and buy
Es
gasoline.
como si vendiéramos naranja
It's like if we
y
sold
compráramos
oranges
jugo de
and
naranja.
bought orange juice.
Por eso
And that's why
se decide construir
we've decided to
esta nueva
construct this new
refinería y se
refinery.
decide también
And we also decided
modernizar
to modernize
las 6 refinerías
the 6
existentes
existing
para
refineries
lograr
to
en el mediano
achieve
plazo la autosuficiencia
in the
en la
medium
producción
a self-sufficiency
gasolinas,
of
de
production
diésel.
of gasoline and diesel,
y
and
de esta manera poder ofrecer
in this way
mejores
we can
precios
be able
de
to
estos
offer
combustibles
better
a los
prices
consumidores.
of these
En esta primera
combustibles
etapa del
to
gobierno,
consumers.
mientras rehabilitamos las 6 refinerías y
During-
construimos esta nueva refinería,
During this phase, while we're constructing the new refineries,
mantengo el compromiso
I
de que
maintain
no van a
my
aumentar en términos reales los
promise that the prices of gas are not going to be raised.
precios de las gasolinas,
Of
del
gasoline,
diésel, del gas y de la luz.
diesel, gas, and electricity.
Una vez
And once
rehabilitadas las 6 refinerías y
the
construida
refineries have been
en operación
rehabilitated
esta nueva
and in
refinería,
operation with
vamos a
this,
bajar
we,
los precios
we will
de los
lower the
combustibles.
prices of combustibles.
Y esto
And
ayuda
this
también
will also help
para explicar
to explain
a otras regiones
to other regions
del país
of the
el
country
porqué
of the reason for
de la construcción de la refinería
of the construction of this
en
refinery
Dos Bocas,
in Dos Bocas.
que se construye en Tabasco primero porque es
They are constructing it in Tabasco first because
el mejor sitio.
it's the best position or place.
No hay otro lugar
There isn't a better place
más apropiado.
There isn't a place
Es
more
una
appropriate.
información que hay que transmitir a esta puerto, a Dos Bocas, a esta terminal marítima, llega todo el petróleo
because all the petroleum
que
comes
se
to this
produce en el
area
sureste,
that is produced in the southeast,
en Campeche
in
y en Tabasco.
in Tabasco.
Y eso
And that,
muchos no lo saben.
a lot of people don't know
¿Por qué se escogió Dos Bocas?
why this
Porque aquí
place,
llegan
Dos Bocas, was chosen.
1.100.000 barriles diarios.
Because in this
De crudo.
area we get 1,600 million
Y
barrels of
aquí
crude daily.
Se exporta
And-
ese crudo
And
o
here
va
we
a los ductos
explode,
para abastecer
pardon me,
las refinerías.
export. And then we send it to other refineries
Del país.
of our country.
Imagínense
Imagine
cuánto
how much
nos ahorramos
we would save
en instalaciones
in installations
si ya llega aquí
if it came to
el
here.
petróleo.
If the
Ya
petroleum
tenemos
came
aquí
here. If we already
materia
have the
prima.
material prime here.
Por eso
And that is why
se decidió
we decided
que fuese Dos Bocas.
that it be
Claro
Dos
que es un
Bocas,
beneficio para
Veracruz,
Tabasco,
because it's
y
beneficial
es un
for
beneficio
Tabasco
para el sureste.
and it's beneficial
Pero
for the
también-
southeast.
Además de ser
And
técnicamente lo más recomendable,
but it
es
is
un acto de justicia
It is also
para
an act of
Tabasco y
justice
para el
and
sureste de México.
and also for the southeast of Mexico.
¿Cuánto ha aportado
How much have
Tabasco, Campeche, el sureste
how much have they
al
provided for these
desarrollo
areas
nacional?
to the
Mucho.
to
Y
development of
en
the
los últimos
nation?
tiempos
And in the
se abandonó el
past few
sureste.
years, it was abandoned. The
Se
southeast.
dejó sin inversión
It was left without
al
investment
sur-sureste.
to the
Y ahí
southeast.
están los datos.
And there's the data.
Por eso el crecimiento económico
And that's why the economic growth
en el norte
in the north,
hasta 6%
it was up to 6%
anual.
annually.
Lo mismo en el Bajío,
And even in the
en el
low,
centro,
in the middle,
pero en el
but in
sur-sureste
the southeast,
de crecimiento económico,
it was a
bajo
loss.
cero.
It was below
Entonces
zero.
ya es el tiempo
So now is the
del
time
sureste.
for the southeast.
En beneficio de todos.
The benefit to the
Acá
benefit of
están
all.
los recursos
The
naturales.
recourses, the natural
Acá está
resources
el
are
petróleo,
here.
acá está el gas.
Petroleum,
Una de las
gasoline.
cosas más absurdas
It's the most
que se
absurd
hicieron
thing
en las pasadas administraciones
that was done in the past administrations,
es que hasta en materia energética,
that even in material energy,
hasta en materia petrolera, invertían en el
that even in petroleum energy, they were investing in the north
norte y en las aguas profundas.
and in deep waters
Cuando el petróleo está en tierra
when
y en
the
las aguas
petroleum
someras.
is
Por eso,
here and in the waters by us.
hubo un gran atraso. Y
That's
por
why we got so behind,
eso se cayó
and that was kept
la
quiet
producción petrolera.
from about the
Dos
petroleum
Bocas
production.
Es un lugar estratégico. Vamos
Dos Bocas is a strategic area
a que se construya aquí la refinería
so we are going to construct the refinery here,
y ya ven, somos gentes perseverantes
and you see we are people that persevere
y nos gustan los desafíos.
and we like to
La
break
vamos
the
a
rules.
construir en 3 años
We wanted.
y va a costar 150,000
We're going to construct it in 3 years, and it's going to cost us 150,000 million
millones
pesos.
de pesos. Me canso ganso.
Me canso ganso, which means it's like If I say it, it will be so. It's kind of what the meaning means.
Y es muy importante
And it is very important
decirles
to say
que
to
ya
you
contamos
that we can
con
already
los
count
50,000
on the
para
50,000
este año.
for this year.
Ya tenemos ese
We
presupuesto.
already have that budget.
Y no van a faltar los 50,000 para el 2020 y
And we will
los
also have the
últimos
50
50,000
for 20 and the last
para el
50,000
21.
for
Y en
21.
3 años vamos a estar
So
inaugurando
in
esta
3 years,
refinería.
we will be inaugurating this refinery.
Es muy importante también
It is very important also
que esta obra va a generar
that this
mucho
work
trabajo
will
para la
create lots of
gente.
work for the people.
Va a generar empleos
It will
que se
generate
necesitan
work that is
en
needed
Tabasco, en el
in
sureste.
Tabasco, in the south.
Y se van a ocupar nada más en la etapa de construcción
And they
más
will
de
need
20,000
also
trabajadores.
in the phase of
Desde el
construction, more
inicio.
than 20,000
Y
employees.
aprovecho
from the
para
initiation.
decir que
And
se van a abrir
he-
bolsas de trabajo
He says there's gonna
para
be many
que
of,
se
persons of work
apunten
that are gonna be
libremente los trabajadores,
available
los
for people to
especialistas.
enroll, the specialists,
para recomendarlos
so that they can be
con
recommended
las empresas
with the
que van a llevar a
companies
cabo
that are going
las
to
obras
be
en la
doing these works
refinería.
in the refineries.
Nada de intermediarios.
No intermediaries,
De trafique,
no trafficking,
nada de influyentismo,
no
nada de moche,
influentialism, no
nada de
bribes,
el recomendado del pavo,
and nobody recommends certain friends.
nada de eso, de
None of that.
manera directa. Y
They'll
le
be
pido
paid directly.
a los dirigentes
And I
sindicales
pay the
que se porten bien.
directors to
Ya se
behave
acabó
well,
la corrupción.
because corruption has ended.
Estamos
We are
bien organizados.
very organized.
Cuento con el apoyo de Octavio Romero,
I
director
count
de
with
Pemex,
the
y de Rocío Nale.
I account with the support of the director and Rocio of Pemex.
Los dos están trabajando
They are
de
both
manera
working together in an
organizada
organized manner
y en forma conjunta,
and in a
en
conjunct
coordinación. Miren lo que
coordination.
hemos hecho,
Look at what we've done.
porque antes
Because before,
lo único que les importaba
the
eran
only
los
thing that mattered
negocios.
to them were the
Gobierno
businesses.
no estaba hecho para impulsar la actividad productiva, para el bienestar
The government was not programmed to compel productive things for the people.
del pueblo. Era un facilitador
It was a
de la
facilitator
corrupción.
for corruption.
Y para permitir la corrupción,
To permit
pues
corruption,
se mantenía
they used to maintain
un aparato burocrático
a
oneroso,
bureaucratic, venomous bureaucracy
costosísimo,
that was very expensive.
al grado de que todo el presupuesto
That-
se quedaba en el mismo
That to the extent that the whole budget would stay within the
gobierno.
government.
El gobierno estaba ensimismado,
The government was
todo
upon
era
itself.
para pagar
Everything was for them.
los costos
To, all,
de la burocracia
all the-
dorada, de los
all the funds that they had were to maintain the golden bureaucracy
lujos
with luxury,
de los altos funcionarios
For the
públicos que se
high
hacían de la vista
functionaries.
gorda
that they would turn their eyes away
frente a la corrupción
to
y
corruption,
por eso
and that's how
recibían
they would get money,
muy buenos sueldos.
really good
Los
salaries.
maiciaban
They
muy
would get
bien.
lots of bribes.
Y
And
oficinas y
offices,
comisiones y
commissions,
fideicomisos.
and
Y
they
ahí
used to
se
recommend
gastaba
their
muchísimo.
friends. And they spent a lot of money
Ahora
on that.
es distinto.
Now it's
Tenemos que
different.
ajustar
We have
la
to adjust
administración
the
a nuestra
administration
realidad,
to our
a
reality,
nuestras necesidades.
to our needs.
En este caso,
In
¿qué
this
se está
case,
haciendo?
what are we doing?
Le pedí a Octavio,
I asked Octavio,
sugerí,
I suggested to
a él
him
le corresponde
that to him,
también
he also needs to handle, and it corresponds to him,
lo de la refinación
regarding the refinery
y la petroquímica
and petrochemicals,
y, desde luego,
and of course,
extraer el petróleo
to extract the
y
petroleum
la distribución de las gasolinas.
and the distribution of the
Imagínense
gasoline.
una
Imagine
empresa que tiene que ver
a company that has to do
con explorar,
with
con
exploring,
perforar los
with
pozos,
perforating the
con
holes,
producir,
with producing,
con refinar,
with refining,
con transformar
with
los
transforming
productos
the products
petrolíferos
from
en
petroleum
petroquímicos,
to petrochemicals,
distribuir
in distributing it
a las
to the
gasolinerías
gas stations,
las gasolinas, el diésel. Eso es Pemex.
diesel, the gas stations. That's what
Bueno.
Pemex is.
¿Qué le planteé a Octavio?
So what did I
Todo
say
eso hay que
to
atenderlo. Pero lo más
So I discussed with Octavio that these things all need to be attended to, but the most
importante de
important
todo
thing
en
about
estos momentos
at these
es
times
producir petróleo,
is
es
to
extraer
produce
petróleo.
petroleum,
¿Por
to
qué?
extract petroleum, because
Nos dejaron una crisis
they left us in a state of crisis
en la producción
in the
de
production
petróleo.
of petroleum.
Se cayó la producción
Petroleum production
con
fell
la mal llamada reforma
with the
energética.
bad
Hablaban de que
energy,
para estos tiempos
energetic reform. They used to say that
íbamos a estar extrayendo 3 millones de barriles
they said that we were going to be extracting 300 million barrels of oil
diarios
daily,
de petróleo crudo.
of crude petroleum,
Y nos dejaron el gobierno
and they left
con
us
una
in the
producción de
government
1.650.000
with a production of only 1,650,000,
y con una tendencia a la baja.
and with a tendency to go
Entonces
downward.
tuvimos que intervenir
So we had to
con
intervene
urgencia.
with urgency,
Y por eso
and that is
la
why
recomendación,
the
Octavio,
recommendation to
es
Octavio is
importante todo,
that it's
pero
very important.
te encargo de manera
But
especial
I am especially
que te
asking you
ocupes
to be
de
careful to take care of
extraer el petróleo crudo,
extracting crude
de
oil,
que de inmediato empecemos a explotar
that we immediately
campos
begin to
petroleros.
explore our petroleum fields,
y que empecemos a perforar
and that we begin to
para
perforate
sacar
so that
el
we can
petróleo,
begin
porque
to
si
pull
no
out the petroleum.
tenemos materia prima,
Because if we have
no
no
tenemos
prime
refinería,
material, we will
no
have,
tenemos
we will not have
posibilidad de petroquímica, no tenemos
we will not have the place to refine, or petroleum to refine, and we will not have the possibility to
posibilidad de nada.
of
Ya se
anything.
había llegado al extremo, al
It had
colmo,
already
de
gotten
que
to an
estábamos
extreme
comprando petróleo
that we were even buying crude oil
crudo al extranjero, lo
from
que
foreign
nunca había
places,
sucedido
which had
en nuestro
never
país,
happened before
por la
in our country.
irresponsabilidad de estos tecnócratas corruptos
And it was the responsibility of this corrupt technocrats
que malgobernaron México
that misgoverned or governed Mexico poorly
durante 36
for
años.
36 years.
Entonces,
So therefore,
fue un acuerdo,
it was an agreement,
una división del trabajo.
A division of work.
Octavio, tú ocúpate de extraer el petróleo que necesitamos.
So he asked Antonio, you will have the duty to extract the petroleum that we will use.
Vamos en 21 campos
In
que
21
ya están
fields,
en producción
which are already in
y que
production,
pronto vamos a aumentar
and that soon
la
we will
producción
increase the
de
production
petróleo
of
crudo,
petroleum,
porque el
crude
director de
petroleum.
Pemex es de primera, es un hombre trabajador
He's
responsable
got someone that's a director that
y honesto.
is honest, hardworking, responsible,
Y en el acuerdo
and in
puede decir,
the
no
agreement,
te pongas celoso, no quiero.
and in the agreement he said, please do not become jealous. I don't want
Celos ni sentimientos.
jealousy or resentment.
Este es un equipo
This is a team,
y por encima de todo
and above
está
all
el interés
is the
superior,
is the
el interés general.
it's the most important and general interest is
Rocío, que es la
Rocío,
secretaria de Energía,
the Secretary of
que
Energy
tiene funciones,
that has functions
esa secretaría básicamente de carácter normativo,
of a
pues no
of a
la
basic.
quiero ahora para eso, eso no es lo fundamental.
That's not what he wants to use her for. That's not what's fundamental.
Ya normatividad hay hasta de más. Ya crearon las reguladoras.
So they've already created regulators for this.
La Comisión Reguladora de Energía,
Regulator for
el
energy.
Consejo de Pemex, el Consejo de la Comisión Federal de Electricidad, hay otros consejos.
There's a few other groups.
Senagas, no, pero hay
There's a bunch of
otro.
them.
La Comisión de Hidrocarburos.
Oh yeah, hydrocarbons.
Toda una constelación
There's a constellation
de aparatos
of
burocráticos
apparatuses,
para
bureaucratic.
conseguir permisos y se esmeraban en no dar ningún permiso. Y
He says there was a constellation of bureaucratic people that were supposed to be getting the permits, and they didn't get permits.
atoraban todo. Pues ya no queremos
And they ignored it all, and we don't want that anymore.
esa normatividad. Lo que
That we don't want that normal activity.
necesitamos ahora es operar,
What we need now is to operate,
es hacer las
is
cosas.
to do things.
Y le pedí
And I asked
a
him,
Rocío,
to
pues
Rocío,
eres ingeniero,
you're a,
tienes convicciones, eres honesta.
he said, you're an engineer, to Rocío. You're honest, you're an engineer.
Eres trabajadora,
You're a hard worker.
conoces
You know,
a los mejores refineros
you know the best
que
refiners
hay en México,
that are
los
in Mexico,
que quedan,
the ones that are left,
que nos van a ayudar.
that are going to
Hazte
help
cargo
us.
tú de la refinación
To-
y ponte de acuerdo
I
con
want you to
Octavio.
take-
Uno, a
So
sacar
he put her in charge and told her, you need to meet and come in agreement with Octavio.
el petróleo y otro, la otra compañera ingeniera Rocío Nale, a refinar el
So she's going to be in charge of refining. He's going to be in charge of extracting the petroleum
petróleo para producir las gasolinas.
so they can produce the gasoline.
Y van bien.
And they're doing
No
well.
crean ustedes
Don't you
que esto
believe
es sencillo,
that this is simple?
porque hay la
Because
mala costumbre
there's that bad habit,
del sectarismo.
that
Esta
sectarian,
es mi dependencia.
that was,
Esta es mi parcela. Aquí no te metas. Aquí
Okay.
mando yo. Eso
so they used to have a tendency of saying, this is my area, do not get involved, do not try to give any advice or get involved in any way in my area.
ya se acabó.
But that's
Aquí
over.
tenemos que hacer equipo
Now we
para
have to be
sacar
a team
adelante
to
a
be
nuestro
able to
país. La patria
take our-
es primero.
Move our country forward. Our country is first.
Por eso tengo mucha confianza
That's why I
que
have so
vamos
much
a salir
confidence
bien
that we are
en
going to do
este
well
desafío
in this situation.
porque es muy importante tener
because it is
el
very
apoyo
important to
de
have
buenos servidores públicos.
of good
Los
public
dos
servants.
son de primera.
And both of them are
Octavio
first
Romero
class.
Oropesa, director de Pemex, y Rocío Nale, secretaria de
Rocío
Energía.
and
Por si
Gustavo.
fuese poco,
And if that
contamos
weren't enough,
con el apoyo del gobernador de Tabasco.
we also count on the support by the government, the governor of Tabasco.
Del presidente municipal de
From the
Paraiso.
Municipal president of Paraiso,
Antonio.
Antonio.
Y
And also,
contamos con el apoyo
and we
de
also
los
count
empresarios
with
del sector
the
petrolero.
sector of the businesses with the petroleum.
Empresarios mexicanos,
Mexican businessmen,
también empresarios extranjeros.
and also
Ahora acabo de
foreign.
hablar con los
businessmen.
representantes de la empresa holandesa que ganó la primera licitación. Y les
But also, I spoke today with the Holland company that won the first, I don't know, some kind of a thing they were trying to compete for, like probably where you, what's the word? When you bid on something in order to get it. So the Holland won the first bid on something.
decía, lo que queremos es que actúen de manera responsable
What we want is for you to behave in a
y
responsible
con
manner
honestidad.
and with honesty.
Eso es lo que queremos.
That's all we
Porque
want.
hay muy malas experiencias.
Because we've had
Ahí
very
está
bad
el
experiences.
lamentable caso de Odebrecht. Miren,
There's the embarrassing case of Odebrecht.
nada más lo que ha sucedido
Just look at what has happened with that,
con esas empresas,
with those
con
companies,
esa empresa en
with that
particular
particular
que
company,
entregó sobornos
that it gave subordinates
a funcionarios públicos
to public functionaries
y llevó a la cárcel a presidentes
and took presidents to jail
de la República, de varios países,
of the
por
republic
el
of several.
contubernio
Oh my goodness.
entre empresas
Oh my.
y
I'm sorry, because of the companies that they had in foreign places
funcionarios públicos.
and
Esta corrupción ya
that
no
corruption,
queremos
we don't want
que
it
se dé en nuestro país.
in our country.
No queremos ya
We-
este contubernio,
We don't want
que
none of that
las empresas
controversy.
puedan participar,
We want-
van a tener todo el apoyo, todo el respaldo.
The companies need to participate, and they will have all the support and the backing,
Piso parejo,
And
no va a haber
everyone-
influyentismo.
and it will be a level floor. There will be no influentialism.
No se va a pedir moche
There will-
para entregar contratos.
There will be no bribes asked, requested when they're giving contracts.
¿Y qué pedimos de las empresas?
And what do we ask of
Lo
these
mismo.
companies? The same thing.
Responsabilidad,
Responsibility,
honestidad.
honesty.
Miren, yo soy
Look,
admirador de
I an
los
admirer
gobiernos
of the
y
governments,
de lo que han hecho los pueblos
with the governments and
de los
with
países
of
nórdicos,
of the northern
de
or
Suecia, de
Norwegian,
Dinamarca,
Swiss
de
and Denmark,
Noruega. En
Norway.
esos países
Those countries,
no hay corrupción.
there is no
Así.
corruption. That's right.
Como se los estoy
Just like I'm
diciendo.
telling you.
Y lo pueden indagar.
And you can research it.
No hay corrupción
There is no
en
corruption
esos países.
in those
Cuando uno
countries.
habla con un ciudadano de algún país de esos,
If you speak to a citizen of one of those countries,
toca el tema de la corrupción,
and if
no lo entienden.
you touch on the topic of
Porque
corruption,
no
they don't
hay
understand it
corrupción.
because they don't
No
have
es
it there.
parte
That's not
de
part
su vida
of Sweden.
la corrupción. ¿Qué
corruption.
ventaja tienen esos países?
What advantage
Como
do
no hay
those
corrupción,
countries have?
no hay pobreza.
Where there's no corruption, there's no poverty.
Y como no hay corrupción también,
And since
en
there's
esos
no
países
corruption in those
no hay
countries,
inseguridad,
there's no
no hay
insecurity,
violencia.
there's no violence.
La corrupción
Corruption,
hay que acabarla, hay que
we need to end
eliminarla, hay
it,
que
we need to eliminate
desterrarla,
it,
porque eso es lo que impide
because
que
that
nuestro
is
país
what's
pueda progresar.
preventing our country from growing.
Sostengo
I
de
sustain
que a pesar de los pesares, con todos los obstáculos que
But-
enfrentemos,
that besides all the situations, all the shameful things, and all the things we've confronted,
México se va a convertir
Mexico
en
will
una
be converted
potencia
in a
con dimensión social,
will be converted
porque
in
no
a,
se va
a power with a social dimension, because there will be no
a permitir
permission
la
for
corrupción
corruption
ni la impunidad.
and impunity.
Nuestro país tiene todo
Our country has
para
everything
salir adelante.
to get forward.
Muchos recursos
We have
naturales.
lots
Ya
of natural
quisieran
recourses.
otros países tener
Some other countries
petróleo
wish
que hay
they
en
had the
México.
petroleum we have.
De 200 países del mundo, solo 20 tienen
200
petróleo.
countries in the world, only 20 have petroleum,
Nosotros tenemos.
and we have it.
Pero no solo petróleo,
But
tenemos
not only
gas,
petroleum, we also
tenemos
have
oro,
gas,
tenemos plata,
gold,
tenemos cobre,
silver, copper,
tenemos buenas tierras para
Good
la
land.
producción agropecuaria,
for
litorales,
agriculture.
tenemos un
Agriculture,
mundo
a world
de recursos.
of recourses and resources.
Un pueblo
A,
de primera,
a
con una gran
people
cultura,
of
que viene
first class, of great culture,
lejos.
that comes from
Una gran cultura
a
que
great
nos ha
culture
salvado
that has
siempre
saved us always
ante todas las calamidades,
among all the
de
calamities
temblores, de inundaciones, de hambrunas, de mal.
of, let's see, he said earthquakes, what do you call it? I guess he said inundated, which is like when you have floods. I can't think of the word, floods.
A los gobiernos.
Bad government.
Entonces, tenemos
So therefore,
riquezas naturales
we have natural resources
como pocos países en el mundo
like
y tenemos
few
un pueblo
countries
trabajador. ¿Qué es lo que hacía
in the
falta?
world, and we have a working people. So what was necessary? What is it that we lack?
No quiero presumir.
I don't want to
Hacía
boast,
falta un buen gobierno.
but we need a good government.
Tres cosas,
Three things,
repito, se requiere.
I repeat, are required.
Recursos
Resources,
naturales, riquezas.
natural resources,
Un
riches,
pueblo trabajador
a
y
hardworking
un buen
people,
gobierno.
and a good
Para
government,
que México sea
so that,
una potencia
so that Mexico can be a
con
power
dimensión social.
of
Porque
social
queremos
dimension,
progreso,
because we want
pero con
progress,
justicia.
but with justice.
Porque el progreso sin justicia
Because
es
progress without
retroceso.
justice, without
Queremos
progress, without
caminar
justice
todos
is
juntos.
going backwards. We all need
Queremos
to
que
work
el que
forward.
se quede
And if
atrás
someone is
se le
left
dé la
behind,
mano
you give them a hand
para
and
que se
you
empareje
pull
y
them forward
caminemos
towards you so that we
todos
can all
juntos
walk
para
together.
sentirnos
So we can feel
más humanos,
more human,
más fraternos,
more fraternal,
más solidarios.
more solidarity.
Aquí
Here
en mi tierra, en
in
mi
my
agua,
land,
quiero mandar
I
un
want
memorándum
to say a memorandum
al pueblo
to the land
de Estados Unidos
of the United
de
States
Norteamérica.
of North America.
Dice así:
I say this,
el gobierno de México
the government of Mexico
es amigo
is a friend
del gobierno de Estados
of the
Unidos
U.S.
de
government of
Norteamérica.
North America.
El presidente de México
The Mexican president
quiere seguir
wants
siendo
to
amigo
continue to be friends
del presidente
of the
Donald Trump,
President Donald Trump.
pero sobre todo
But above all,
los
the
mexicanos
Mexican
somos
are
amigos
friends
del pueblo
of the
estadounidense.
United States people.
A ellos me dirijo
I am directing this to them
desde Paraiso,
from Paradise,
Tabasco.
Tabasco.
Juremos
We swear
que nada ni nadie
that nothing nor anyone
separe nuestra bonita
will
y sagrada
separate
amistad.
our beautiful and sacred
Andrés Manuel
friendship.
López Obrador.
Andrés Manuel López Obrador.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Así es, señoras y señores, hemos escuchado.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm always getting emotional. I'm so sorry. But it's just that these things really do touch my heart, you know, to see that's, you know, we, I'm sorry I'm a mess, but, you know, that he has such a great heart, and that he's really looking out for all of us, and he wants the people to know that no matter what happens, and no matter how they try to bully, and Trump tries to bully him, you know, he still wants to be friends, and he wants to be friends. Let the people in Mexico, in the U.S. know, the people, that we are friends, that Mexico is friends, and that they're friends with us, and that nothing, he won't allow anything to interfere with that friendship. And I don't know, I find this very moving, and I hope that that you benefit and understand where Mexico is coming from, and you help us all. You know, you help us all to extend this to the people, to let everybody know, and to share this with anybody you can. And please, I know it sounds silly, but I only have 51 subscribers, and if I don't get many more, I'm not going to be able to continue to do this. I would appreciate people subscribing, liking, and making comments. That would help my channel. And I am glad to continue to translate, although sometimes I know there seems to be a lapse, but I want to do it right. I want to make sure that I use the most appropriate words, because he has, well, you know, he's an attorney, and he's just got all this language, which is not the usual colloquial language. But I want to do my best job interpreting, and I don't want to wing it sometimes, you know, although sometimes I kind of put things together, but some words I really need to remember and learn and use more frequently, because he uses them a lot. So hopefully this was good for you, and you will please like and subscribe. It would really be helpful to me. Thank you very much.